My name is Allie Duncan. Man, I started doing yoga in my late teens. And then I got really connected to it after I had my last child, which was my son. And so then I just deep dived into yoga. Um, it was to get into shape, and I liked how it made me feel. So, yeah, I think the way that it makes me feel is still the same, like really grounded and peaceful. Yeah, that's still very much there. hmm
How has it shifted?
Um, like I don't take it as serious as I did when I first started because I was like really serious about it. And now it's just I show up, I see what unfolds, and then I'm good with it. Yeah, I'm good with how my body responds. Whereas before, I did want to get things like correct, the asanas. But now it's just like, yeah, my body's going to do what it's going to do. No, it's not. So I don't plan any of my classes. I just show up and whatever comes through, I just share it. Yeah. And then I truly trust that that's what was supposed to be shared. Yeah. And then that's how I show up with my own, like, I just don't plan. I like to free fall all the time. Um, aging, aging and just like really tapping into my body and just starting to understand it. Cause when I was younger, like I could do anything, like literally. And then as things started to shift, I mean, I'm not saying that I can't do everything right now, but it just feels different like the next day. So, yeah, just kind of connected my body. Yoga means to me just how I show up for myself, how I show up for myself, how I show up for other people. So it's not separating myself from the practice, it's threading it through my entire day. Like my breath work, how I interact, being kind and gentle to myself is everything. And so, like, yoga is my day. It's like when people take yoga and they want to get it out of the way or they want to set their day with yoga and then get on with their work. Like for me, yoga has become like that's your whole day. Like how you show up on your mat, that's how you breathe, that's how you interact. It's threaded through your entire day. So yoga is my day. Um, so it really didn't hit as hard as it may sound because I grew up in Fort Collins. So I've always been the only Black person around. So then just me doing what I do, it seemed natural until I really started to, like, I wanted to build up the yoga community, get the Black community involved. Then that was like challenging. Yeah, I literally thought it would be easy.
Why did you think it would be easy?
Because of what I was offering. I thought Denver would be so much different than Fort Collins. And I literally thought that Black people in Denver did yoga. I did. I just opened myself up to meet new people. So Jaleesa, she did the Black Girl Magic, and so like the universe literally sent me people who knew people to get the Black community in here, and it was perfect. Fatima across the street at Walton Street Cafe, like yeah, they just like everybody started showing up, and then started to introduce other people about the studio, so it was perfect. Yes. So I share with everybody that I talk with in the Black community that everything that we are doing came from Africa. Breath work, energy work, Reiki, all of that stuff is from Africa. Like this is what our people did. And then it just got colonized. And so I give YouTube videos, I send out books, like so people who are really interested can tap into it. And then it starts to make sense. And a lot of it too is just after an experience, then people are just like, I get it. Like, and that's been more so than the first one. It's been like, no, I feel amazing. Like I can feel my body shifting. Like my life is completely starting to shift around me. And that's been the biggest thing is just their experience, their personal experience. It has been so huge. So I first started doing my energy clearings with the Black community. So Reiki and emotional clearing, and then coaching and channeling, and it just took one person to be like, you need to go there, you need to do yoga, you need to get energy clearing, and then it just started flooding in to the point where I was doing courses for organizations with the Black community. So it's been huge. It's like now this is normal, right? So the Black community will come and do aerial yoga, and it's so beautiful because now this is like it's so normal now. It's like no, this is what we do. And it's like yeah, it is. Oh, um, there's so many, but then there's not. So there's so many when I think that my studio should be treated like everyone's else. But then when I look at my studio and everything that we offer, it's not like anybody else's studio. So since it's not like anybody else's studio, um, based on like my teachers are mostly BIPOC, me, and then our classes, like it's so different. And so once I started embracing that, no, we're totally different. We're not going to fit in. Some people love us, some people don't. Then that allowed me to just flow with everything. But at first, I was like, yeah, I want to be accepted like every other studio. And then that shifted probably like after the first 6 months. So the challenges were in my own head. So when I let go of the challenges and the expectations, then it got easier. And then, I thought it was cool that we were in the historical Black district of 5 Points. So it was this whole package that I thought would be like, yes, this is going to be amazing. And it took me 6 years to finally shift into, okay, now here it is. Yeah. So 2020 was my year to just be on video and speaking my mind and calling out other yoga studios to just be like, yeah, what are you doing? And even not just yoga studios, but other businesses that popped up and said a few things. So I was engaging with them and then making sure that my studio reflected what I was saying, like making sure that most of my teachers were BIPOC. And then just keep shifting. So our 200-hour yoga teacher training, like I don't use Yoga Alliance. I teach Kemetic yoga along with Indian yoga. So it's just everything how I show up supports that. We have free classes for the BIPOC community. We have scholarships for Black students who can't afford to come and do a membership. So it's just how what I say is how I show up. And then so I lend that when I talk to other studio owners, like, yeah, so this is what I'm doing. Like, what are you doing? Yoga and social justice is intertwined. And it's because, so when we look at the original yoga, which is Kemet yoga, all of Egypt practiced everything from Makkah. So Ma'at was all about justice. That's what she stands for. And so every person in Egypt studied the exact same thing, how you interact with others, how you treat others. It's just so deeply rooted. So there's no different limbs of yoga when it comes to Kemet. There's just one, and it's based on the exact same thing. So when now you trace yoga from Kemet, Africa, all the way down, like it is from Black people. And so to disengage from that, to separate it is so crazy to me. so, so then you take a practice that original from Africa and you're not speaking up for the Black community. You're not doing anything for the Black community is, yeah, yeah, crazy to me. Literally crazy to me. So Kemetic yoga is the original yoga, and it was created in Africa, in Egypt. And it was there for about 2,000 years before it shifted into India. So Kemetic yoga there's just one form of yoga, and that's Kemetic yoga. And it's all based off of the principles of Ma'at. And that's justice, that's equality, that's loving the earth, that's loving yourself, that's loving each other. And that's what Kemetic yoga is all based off of. And the principles are really simple. There's 10 poses, and it's just focusing on the spine and your breath and energy. And that those things connect you to the universe, to source. And so it's simple. The movements are amazing, but it really grounds you back into the deities that were present, that are present, and allowing you to embody them. So then your body can start to heal. Yeah. So it's definitely conversation, because like the yamas and niyamas are all based off of Ma'at and what is studied in Egypt. It's the exact same thing. There's a little different in words, but it's the same principle. The only difference is Kemet has 10 yoga poses and Indian has over 500, right? But it speaks the same thing on how to be good to yourself, how to be good to others, all of it. Yeah, so definitely the same. I will tell you, like, it's the building, like the building. Even when we walked in, when I first found the building, it was a speakeasy bar and it was disgusting. And right when I walked in, I got goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps now. Like the buildings always felt like this. It's the energy. And I've done so many like healing sessions here as far as blessing the building. And so that is my intent, is to always bless the building, to talk to the building. And I know that the energy literally wraps people in it. And so when people walk in, like I can tell that they shift. When people walk out, I can tell that they shift. And so many people are just like, what is that feeling in the building? Like, what is this? Like, it's the building. Like, it's so magical. Yeah. And so it becomes a very easy job to hold that space. Like I can't come in here and be upset. I can't come in here and be irritated. It's just like the building is like a time zone that you walk in and everything shifts. You do what you need to do, and then you walk out, and then you get to pick and choose how you want to show up for the rest of your day. Yeah. So I want to do more online stuff, like do a library, do courses where people can really tap in and learn. Because my whole thing is energy and mindset and quantum physics. Like that's what I've been doing for the last 18 years. And to implement those in the practice of yoga, because mindset is everything when it comes to yoga. I want to expand the building, the practice, to either expand into a bigger building. I mean, keep this building, but just go bigger. And retreats. Like I always travel. I do 200-hour retreats in different parts of the world. And I was like, no, I want to do like my 200-hour yoga teacher training, like somewhere else in the world. Yeah. So those are my main ones to focus on. Yeah, so being in Belize and then letting go was the biggest thing. Like this was the first time ever that I've been away from the studio that I've trusted. That I've trusted that the people here would take care of my studio. I've never had that done before. I was like, I'm constantly like checking in with my kids. Like, did you go by the studio? Is everything okay? But it was like just me really letting go and just saying, yeah, it's going to be how it's going to be. Like, it's totally fine. There's not going to be something that I need to like fly back home to ASAP. So just relaxing and trusting was the biggest thing. Like, I just trust it, that it's all going to align perfectly. Mm. My yoga is always evolving. It just evolves all the time. It does. Yeah. It is constantly evolving. And that doesn't mean like I'm deepening my poses or going into crazy positions. It's just how I see myself. Yeah, how I see myself, how I'm expanding myself, and that's all based on practicing yoga. So it is ever evolving. It's never the same. It just shifts with me as I grow, as I heal, as I mature, as I expand. It's ever evolving. The yoga that I liked when I was in my 20s, I'm like, well, the asanas. I'm like, no, ma'am. And now I'm like settling into different types of feels in my body. Yeah.
A few moments later.
Okay, so it's been 4 years since we did this.
Yes.
Just tell me a little bit about your yoga now.
Oof. My yoga now, man. My yoga now looks like me honoring me. Yeah, so me honoring me and unplugging. And the biggest phrase that is sandwiching my yoga is I don't care. And it's not in just like a vicious way. It's just like, no, it's not mine and I don't care. Like, it's just like, don't take that on. So my yoga is just being really light and focusing on me now. And like, what do I want to do? What is that going to look like? And letting go of everything else that I may have attached to what do I want to do? Because that will pull me back out of my yoga, which is now this. Yeah.
How does that feel in your body?
I won't lie. It feels a little like I felt a little anxious, like honoring me at this point. I mean, I laugh and I say like I'm 35, but I'm not. I'm like 50, 53. And so it took me that long to start putting myself first. And there was like some anxiety that came up. Yeah. Like, what will people think? Am I walking away from this or this person or this lifestyle to honor who I am? So it feels a little anxious.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. Yes.
What are some of the things that you are excited to start calling in?
Oof. The biggest thing that I'm excited to call in is not doing. And that is going to be the biggest challenge for me, is not to do. So, and I think that's where some of the anxiety comes in. I'm just like, no, you're going to be in a different country. Like, you're going to be in Vietnam. You know no one, you know the language. Like, you're going to sit for a few days. And so am excited to call that in and to like to see what comes out of it. Because up until this point in my life, I've been working, creating, doing all the things. So I know what I'll see at the end of that, because I've created so much stuff. And so now there's no creation. There's just me sitting, and then to see what is created out of just me doing nothing. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
What have you been doing to practice going inward as you've been preparing for this sabbatical?
The biggest one is to see what I really want to do. Because if I don't go inward, if I don't listen, like, I would have still stayed here, even though I knew on every level it was time for me to step away. So that's the big one, is just being quiet, just listen, journaling. Like, what is coming out in my journaling is just like, you need to leave. Like, everything is, you need to walk away. So that's been the biggest one, because usually it's like pushing through it. Like, I'll stay here, all my career being a police officer, stick with it, all the things. And then just having that connection with myself to be like, yeah, you're going to step away from everything. And so I had to go in. Yeah.
Do you see any correlations to when you first went to go study to like the moment that you're in now? Are there any similarities?
Yes, and in India, I had my family. The kids were still in school. I had a house. I had my car. And then, because I knew I was going to be there for 7 weeks, and then I'm coming back home to step back into what I left, like took a break from. This time around, I rented out my house. I sold my car. My kids are adults. They have their own kids. I don't have a place to come back to, as far as like, this is my house. So it's different. It's more of me just being out there with nothing to tether me to be like, okay, no, I can always come back here. Like, I know I can always come back here. It's just structured differently. Whereas I'm not leaving to study anything except for myself. So there's no structure. It's just going to be, I mean, I'm embracing the shit show that I know it's going to be. Like, to do nothing for 30 days and then maybe 60 days and then 9 days, but to like be with myself for a year. Yeah, it's going to be a thing. So it is self-study, but with nothing to tether me to it all.
Yeah, just share your thoughts on your relationship to fear if it is showing up in this moment.
Yeah, there is definitely some fear because like I'm about to learn who I am, and there's like some fear on that because I can say like these are my hats that I've worn. Like I've been a mom, I've been a police officer, I've owned this business, I created this business, like it's always attached. And then to drop all of that and to be by yourself with literally no distractions, then, I mean, I could find some if need be. Don't get me wrong. Doesn't matter what country I go to, I'm just like, ooh, distraction, come on in. So that's a fear, like the fear for me to look at my life, like now that I'm in my final act, and yeah, to like who are you? Like who are you? That's fearful, and changing that fear into just like curiosity or excitement. Yeah.
I'm wondering if there are versions of you that are like, yeah, we're going to do this. Yeah, we're going to do this.
Yes, there are so many versions of me, and they all have names. So there's like, my dad is from Texas, and so he gave everybody names. Like even the grandbabies, like his great grandbabies, everybody has names. So my name was Poogie Yug. And so that was the little version of me, is Poogie Yug. So Poogie Yug has not been listened to for a majority of my life. And so she's going to be centered. And then we have Alice. And then we have Allie. This is Allie. Like Allie creates some shit, right? So Allie needs to like step aside a little bit, like just chill. And then we have Artavis. And Artavis is like, she hasn't been listened to too. So there's so many versions that get to speak and then just to see where it goes. And all of them will play as I like discover like who I am, have a like little voice. Yeah, to create this, to create this new version. It is going to be a new version of me. It will be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have an afro. Super cute. And I was a baby, so I have words. Poogie has some words that need to be heard. Yes. So like I was a teen mom, so 17. I've never been by myself. Like I've always been connected. And so it's like showing up for my daughters, like, and then showing up for my partners, and then showing up for the community, being a police officer, and then showing up, like I've always showed up for someone since I was little, even showing up for my parents because they were super religious. Like, how are you going to show up so you don't get in trouble? Like I've always showed up. And so to be in a space where I don't have to show up for a class that I'm teaching, then it's just, I'm just showing up for me, which is like, oof. What is that going to be like? There's no performing. there's no one to say anything except for me. So then that's going to be pretty powerful. Like, what's going to come up?
Holding all of that, can you repeat the following sentence?
Okay.
My yoga is.
My yoga is. It's acceptance. Yeah, it's just, just acceptance of all the roles that I played, because I did show up as best as I could, like being a teen mom, Yeah, having all of the rules from my parents, from church, like there's so much to maneuver through. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then to be on the other side of it, and then to look back and just be like, okay, I accept myself for this. And just to have like the kids that I have, like we've been through it. We've had conversations, and then for them to accept me for like being, I was a teen mom, and then we have like our relationship's amazing now. But just that acceptance too. It's just acceptance, like acceptance of, like urban's going to be what is going to be while I'm not here. I'm just going to accept it. Like everything is just, it's always been in its divine flow. And then it's just me continuing to accept, like, this is who I am now. And it's, promise you, it's not going to look anything like it has been. And then just for me to accept that too. Yeah.
I'm Duncan. You're such a force. And I'm honestly just so grateful, not